If you like these shoes, especially for casual outfits, then of course I will say go for it. However, if you want to buy these shoes for running, if you are watching this video right now, you are most likely interested in running, so I urge you to click that subscribe button. You are not going to regret it. My analysis of running shoes are pretty incisive, one of the best, if I may say. So click that notification bell so you don't miss out, because I've got lots of interesting stuff just coming up. So guys, it's the Running Doc here once again, Dr. CY, and you are welcome to my channel. Today I have another shoe for your viewing pleasure. And this is the much talked about Adidas Ultraboost 23, also known as Ultraboost Light. Experience epic energy with the new Ultraboost Light, our lightest Ultraboost ever. These are truly light Ultraboost. You know, they took away 32 grams from the previous model, so that is quite significant. Now, I ran in the Ultraboost 22 and I enjoyed it. On feet, they feel really plush. It has nice cushioning and a decent bounce. The major drawback I noticed with my 22 then as a running shoe was just the weight. It weighed a whopping 364 grams in my size US 11. But as casuals, they were great. The major change to this latest version, the Ultraboost 23, is reduction in weight. These weigh 332 grams in the same size, coming 32 grams less than the previous version. The Ultraboost 23, like its previous version, has a 10mm heel-to-toe drop, 30mm in the heel and 20mm in the forefoot. However, putting them on feet, like putting Ultraboost 23 on one foot and Ultraboost 22 on the other feet, I noticed that the limb with the Ultraboost 22 fell slightly higher than the other foot with the 23. So I think the stack height on the 22 might be slightly higher than that on the 23. I put in about 45 kilometers in this new version and also use this severally as all-day wear. Now, this review focuses on the new shoes, the Ultraboost 23, but differences from the 22 will also be highlighted. So let's get straight into the details of these shoes. Of course, I always start with the upper first. Now, the material of this upper is basically the same as in the previous version. A one-piece stretchy prime knit material that nicely molds around the foot with a plastic lace cage. It is truly supportive, especially over the mid and forefoot. It looks and feels very durable. And if you can see this one that has lasted 1 year with significant miles in these shoes, and you see how it still looks like a very new shoe, of course, you understand when I say that this looks pretty durable. On comfort level, this upper feels nicely comfortable around the foot. Though the older version, the 22, felt smoother when I wore it barefoot than the 23. Notice small padding around the collar and heel counter to add even more comfort and support around this region. And notice that the heel tab leans back, great for easy slip-on of these shoes, as well as avoiding impinging on the back of the ankle, unlike many shoes. Like the 22, these shoes need no breaking at all. If you look at the thickness of the upper, despite the perforations in the toe box here, you will agree with me that this will not be the most breathable shoes, and they are not. Now, the toe box is pretty decent. You know, nice room in the toe box for regular feet to just stretch out. And you also notice that the stretchiness of this upper makes it even more comfortable. I noticed that the height in the Ultraboost 23 is slightly less than that in the 22, because here they mold more closely to the toes and the midfoot than in the 22, which had a little more room. But that's not in a bad way. It gives even a better sock-like fit to the 23 than the 22. Of course, that brings us to the next point, which is the lockdown of these shoes. Like the previous version, these shoes have superb lockdown, giving a sock-like fit. No chance of a slippage at all. Immediately you slide your foot inside these shoes, it's locked down immediately. I don't even think this plastic cage is even necessary, but the lockdown of these shoes is just one of the best. Amazing. The laces are cool, of course, and they're not securely over any distance. You know, unlike some shoes that when you are running in them, you have to stop to retie your shoelaces. Not a chance here. The upper looks really tough and durable. Of course, looking at the 22, which I have used for quite a while, is still looking like new, confirms that. Now let's go to the sole now. You can see that these shoes have a decent rocker shape underneath for easy transitions from landing to toe off. The sole is also pretty flexible, you know, just like the previous version also. The insole is removable. That's the regular Adidas thin insole. Nothing spectacular here. Now to the midsole now. In my size, it has 30mm in the heel and 20mm in the forefoot, giving a 10mm heel-to-toe drop. Now, the shock absorption of these shoes, this is where there's a significant change. The shock absorption is less compared to the shock absorption in the previous version, the Ultraboost 22. The midsole this time feels somewhat firm, not the plush feel you get with the Ultraboost 22. The feeling from this is rather closer to the Adidas Pure Boost 22. So, unfortunately, as these shoes lost weight, they also lost the Ultra in the Boost. Over a distance of 12 kilometers in these shoes, my legs were thoroughly beat up, unlike in the 22 that offered more protection to the feet. Pretty decent response, similar to the 22. However, if you consider that these shoes are 32 grams lighter than the 22, you see why these shoes are much faster than this one. The bounce compensates for the weight of these shoes. They weigh 332 grams, but they do feel light on feet. The arch support is okay, comfortable over 12-kilometer run in this. I didn't have any complaints at all. The underfoot comfort is still great, just like in the 22, but they don't have that plush feeling you get with the Ultraboost 22. They are still comfortable in its own way, molds nicely to the feet, but I still felt that the comfort level of these shoes is not as great as in the 22. Of course, these are neutral runners, but they are very stable. I think the relatively low stack of these shoes, the wide base, and the rather firm midsole work to make these shoes very stable. Overall, these gave a decently comfortable and responsive ride, but without the best cushioning. It is definitely faster than the 22, but for me, the 22 is more comfortable. The outsole, there's a slight change to the outsole in this compared to the 22. If you look at the 22, you see that the thick continental rubber outsole fully covers the whole underfoot. But in the 23, you see that it covers from midfoot to the forefoot, while in the hindfoot area, they used a different material. Probably one of the ways they cut the weight in these shoes, but I just hope it will be as durable as this. Because if you look at this, over 80 kilometers, look at how the outsole still looks. I hope this will also live up to that. However, they offer very nice traction on the pavement. On size in these fit true to size. I got my normal size in this and they fit perfectly, unlike the 22 that runs a little large. Now the weight, of course, like I mentioned earlier, this weight at 2 grams lighter than the 22, which weighed 364 grams in same size. Now the looks of these shoes is another point. If you look at these shoes, they look great, both with workout gear or with casuals. This lateral groove here added a little character to this new version. For me, people's preferences may vary, but I feel that the 23 looks slightly better than the 22 for casual wear. On the pricing, these are going for $190 in the US. But here in Saudi Arabia, they are going for 949 Saudi Riyal. That's approximately 254 US dollars. Ultraboost 22 is now going at a discount on many platforms. In summary, I will say that this is a very comfortable, responsive, durable, and good-looking daily trainer. However, this new version is not really a max cushion shoe. So bear that in mind if you are buying this shoe for running. As a casual sneaker though, it's almost perfect. What will I be using these shoes for? Now, I feel that these shoes will be great for medium distance, slow to up-tempo runs. It's definitely not a shoe for speed runs. And for longer distances, I will prefer something with better cushioning. They look great on the feet and they are very comfortable for all day wear. So they make a very great casual wear. For the gym, of course, the wide base of these shoes, the stability and the decent bounce are all the requirements that make a very nice gym shoe. Now for value for money, these shoes are quite expensive, no doubt, especially here in Saudi Arabia. But if you are looking at them, it looks like they will last for ages. And looking at my Ultraboost 22 after 1 year with so much wear to it, especially as casual wear, and they are still looking like this, adds more confidence that these shoes are going to last a real long time because the shoes are basically the same. So if you like these shoes, especially for casual outfits, then of course I will say go for it. However, if you want to buy these shoes for running, then I will not recommend these shoes at this price. The reason is that there are tons of other high-end shoes that you can get at the same or similar prices that are going to give better joy to your feet running than these shoes. Of course, top of that list will be the Nike Invincible 3, the Essex Gel Nimbus, and also the Puma Forever Nitro. There's also no comparison between this shoe and that when it comes to running experience. Even Adidas Ultraboost that costs less than half the price of this gives a better running experience. But as casual wear though, they are dope. So guys, these are my thoughts on the Adidas Ultraboost 23. Once again, I urge you to please give a thumbs up to this video and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss a thing. So thanks for watching this to the end, and until the next one, it's goodbye.